Have you ever wondered if the powers that be, the White House, the president, and others, know more about the world's secrets than they let on? Some suggest that they hold knowledge about God's true vessel. This is not just any individual, but a person destined to lead, perhaps even as a future president. But what if, instead of supporting this vessel, they are creating roadblocks? Today, we delve into this intriguing theory. Imagine a world where leaders are not just chosen by the people, but by a divine entity. A world where the spiritual and political realms intertwine. This is the world some believe we are living in. And in this world, there exists a person, a vessel chosen by God Himself to lead. But here's the twist. Our current leaders, those in the White House, including the president, are aware of this individual, this vessel, and are allegedly causing intimidations. Why, you ask? Because this vessel harbors ambitions to run for future president. To understand this, we must first look at a recent example. Take the president's foreign policy blunders during his trip to Europe, as criticized by Laura Ingraham on the Ingraham Angle. The confusion and concern caused by the president's remarks on potential U.S. military involvement in Ukraine and calling for Putin's removal from power were not just random events, some suggest. Instead, these actions could be seen as part of a broader pattern of inconsistency and lack of clarity that might be intended to keep the God's vessel from stepping into the political arena. The global impact of every word spoken by the U.S. president is immense, and perhaps these words are being used to create an atmosphere of uncertainty and intimidation. But why would our leaders do this? It's an intriguing question. Could it be fear of change, or perhaps the desire to maintain the status quo? Or maybe it's something far more complex, a game of power and control played on a global stage. In conclusion, the theory proposes that our current leaders, the ones occupying the White House and the president himself, are aware of an individual chosen by God to lead. This person, the God's vessel, harbors ambitions of becoming a future president, and instead of receiving support, faces intimidations from those in power. While this theory may sound far-fetched to some, it's a fascinating perspective that challenges our understanding of power, leadership, and the intertwining of the spiritual and political realms. It encourages us to question and think beyond what we see and hear. And isn't that what makes life so interesting? After all, in the words of English novelist Aldous Huxley, facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Remember, the world is full of mysteries, and perhaps the biggest mystery of all is the truth that lies behind the curtains of power. Until next time, keep your minds open and your curiosity alive.